Hello. Do you think we have the right to choose about our lives, even though it's death? It's very difficult to answer. By the way, have you ever heard of euthanasia? Euthanasia is the way of killing people who is suffering from a serious disease that can't be cured. So, for example, if I had a serious disease like cancer, and there is no possibility I will recover, a doctor stop curing me or give me some medication to kill me without a pain. It's euthanasia. And do you know how many countries allow euthanasia legally? Actually, it's just 5 countries. Oregon in the USA, Netherlands, Switzerland, Belgium, Luxembourg. Okay, just 5 countries. So it's not so common in the world. And yeah, I heard some people have gone to these countries to euthanize themselves. So that's why I think I needed to legalize euthanasia in many countries. There are 3 reasons. The first reason is medical technology has limits. Second reason is we shouldn't pay money for the medical treatment that is not helpful to a patient. The third reason is we should respect a patient's opinion. As I said at the beginning, medical technology has limits. You know, we cannot cure all disease, like for example cancer, leukemia, something like that. So, and when you get this disease, you might have a severe pain, and that pain damages our body, or sometimes spirit too. And then people must feel they can't live anymore. They can't endure that pain anymore. So, and please imagine that they always have a severe pain. I think people would rather die than live. Continuing a cure that is not helpful to a patient is a kind of torture, I think. And if that happens to us, we would suffer hell on earth. So euthanasia can be a cure, can be a way of curing misery. A second reason is we shouldn't pay money for the medical treatment that is not helpful to a patient. As you know, it's not cheap. It's very, very expensive. And while a patient is having a medical treatment, the family has to pay a lot of money. And yeah, of course, if there is a possibility that a patient will recover, we should do that, I think. But however, can you be willing to pay money for treatment that is hopeless? Can you do that? I think probably not. But actually, we cannot say no immediately because a patient is our family. Of course, we want them to try to live. But the cost of medical treatment is very, very expensive, and it can be a burden for family. It is undeniable truth. Third reason is we should respect the patient's opinion. This is related to first reason and second reason. Actually, I think everybody wants to choose about our lives because our lives are ours. We don't want and we don't want another person to disturb our lives. We don't want another person to decide our lives. Another person cannot understand what a severe pain a patient has. Another person cannot understand how sad a patient feels for family, because the family pay a lot of money and sometimes they have to go to the hospital to take care of a patient. A patient doesn't want to trouble their family, I think. So if a patient chooses to die by euthanasia, I think we should respect their opinion. In conclusion, euthanasia is necessary. I heard many people who have a serious disease, want to euthanize themselves. Many people need it in the world. Even if euthanasia is killing people, even if our lives are priceless, valuable, we need it. We need euthanasia. Because if you are a patient, you might want to euthanize yourself. I think we have to think about being in a patient place. I know this is very heavy topic, but if you are a patient, how do you feel? Please imagine it. Thank you.
Wow, good job.